WrestleMania 34 is over. It's done and it's not coming back. If you do wake up one day and WrestleMania 34 has come back, you shouldn't be worrying about WrestleMania 34. You should be worrying what the hell is going on with the space-time continuum, because that doesn't make any sense. I'll admit it too, I loved it and I thought some of the stuff that happened was perfect. Everything with broken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt made my heart sing. Ronda Rousey has proven that she could become one of the best pro wrestlers ever. I'm exaggerating there, but that's what an intro of a video is all about. And that John Cena Undertaker stuff is one of my favourite angles in years. Seriously. It gained momentum and tried to keep that going throughout. However, it didn't, and there were a few moments that divided the audience and made all of us go, what the hell was that? And that's why WrestleMania 34 was almost ruined by bad booking. Why? Here's why. Why do I sing it these days? Why do I sing it? I'm going to stop singing it. Now again, this was a fun event, especially because it was 7 hours long. I mean, I don't think anything that's 7 hours long can be infallible, so well done for WWE for coming out the other side and it's still being entertaining. I mean, the answer is just don't make it 7 hours long, but that's a different argument for a different day. There are some sore thumbs we need to point out though, so that's what we're going to do. That's what we're here to do right now. We'll start with Charlotte versus Asuka. I said on Ups and Downs, and I mean this, that I think this is one of the best WWE women matches I've ever seen, and I stand by it here. Again, I mean, the build was good, so I was invested in it already, and both women put in a performance that was, well, it was WrestleMania worthy. It was easy to care about, and as you always hear me saying, if I can care about something, well, I care about it. It's easy. If I care about a person, I'm going to like them more than the person I don't care about. Same with pro wrestling. With all that said, I was miffed as I saw the Empress get trapped in the figure of 8, and then she tapped out. Her undefeated streak was on the line, and she just gave up. She submitted, and I don't know, man. Something just felt off. This, to me, wasn't the time to have her lose her undefeated streak. Charlotte's still the champ. And really, what does that even mean? It didn't feel like the right time. What am I? Like the power of all wrestling? But I'm just going with my gut. And when it happened, my first reaction was, no, don't do that now. You could have done more with this. Charlotte just wasn't the right person, or at least she wasn't the right person to do it on the night of WrestleMania 34. And I think Asuka, winning the SmackDown Women's title after being undefeated for so long would only have helped her on her journey. And also, it wouldn't have hurt Charlotte Flair, because Charlotte Flair just put in a brilliant performance, as she always done. So really, we just did this for the sake of doing this. And when you do things for the sake of doing them, it's never good. It's like you just want to shock the crowd. Don't do that. Tell good stories. We can kind of tie that into Shinsuke Nakamura's heel turn as well. Now, that made far more sense to me, and I loved it. And I actually think if he wasn't going to win the title, that was the right thing to do. But the fact that both Royal Rumble winners walked away empty-handed, does that seem a little bit off to you? Like maybe we made a little bit of a mistake? I don't know. That's just what I think. Hence why my voice gone all weird. There's more too that we need to focus on, and this one is far bigger, because why the is Braun Strowman now the Raw Tag Team Champions and his partner is a 10-year-old child? Now, I've had a lot of time to process this, but I still feel like I'm on drugs. I mean, look, it was entertaining at the time, and it did make me laugh, but now we look back on it, why is Braun Strowman and Nicholas, who is Nicholas, the Raw Tag Team Champions? Someone explain this to me. Explain it to me now. Ring my phone, which isn't even there. I'm putting in nothing, but ring me. You don't have my number, but somehow get it and talk to me. Vince, please, a 10-year-old kid is your Raw Tag Team Champion? What world are you living on? What planet? Who is this for? And don't say Nicholas's dad. That's a stupid argument. It makes a complete joke out of the belts and disses the Bar, who have been a really good tag team for the last 2 years or whatever it's been. I mean, someone like the Big Show would have sucked, but I think going forward, it would have been better than this. And there are other names in the hat as well. At one point, it could have been Bray Wyatt, or hell, Bobby Lashley could have popped back into the mix. Or give it to Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins is really funny. In fact, he's hilarious. We should do more with Kurt Hawkins. Hashtag push Kurt Hawkins. I'm not sure what exactly it does for the Strowman character as well. Like, I know his best stuff is when it's all over the top and kooky, but I think we went over the line here and we moved into outer space. Imagine telling anybody this. That massive dude is the tag team champions with a 10-year-old kid he met in the crowd. Good luck suspending your disbelief. I do just want to reiterate that it did make me laugh. Like, it wasn't a bad segment in the sense I thought it was boring, but now, as it seeped into my brain, I can't fathom it. A mystery partner that we've been building for weeks, and it's a kid. I asked this before, but is the kid on the road now? Has he got a contract? Does he have to pay for his rental vehicles? He can't even drive. And while we're ranting and raving, we may as well talk about Roman Reigns, because what was the deal with that? I thought the whole point for the last 12 months was to build to this big moment at WrestleMania where he finally beats Brock Lesnar like he was meant to do at WrestleMania 31. I don't think plans have changed. So what are we doing, WWE? If you believe in it, please just do it and get it out of the way. I don't want to see this at WrestleMania 37. Now, let's be fair, I am recording this before the Raw after Mania, so maybe Reigns is going to come out and be a completely different guy. Maybe he finally goes heel and it all ties into this. I don't believe that's going to happen. I believe that Roman is just going to win the Universal title on Raw, and we just did this again because it was a swerve. And that never really works, even if, yeah, when Brock won, I did pop because I wasn't expecting it. But if it doesn't tie into what you're trying to achieve, don't do it for the sake of it. I can't remember how many times I've said that. It may even be on this video. Don't do things for the sake of it. And it felt like a big step back for whatever the Roman Reigns experiment is going to be. If you keep doing this, WWE, you've already lost the fans when it comes to the big dog. You're just going to keep losing them over and over and over again to the point you may destroy him until the end of time. And yeah, they did have a good match. I actually thought that was ruined by the crowd. And I liked all the stuff with the blood and the hard-hitting nature of it. But with the finish, you just saw a collective, oh no. I don't get it. And there were small things as well, such as the idea that somebody had to take Daniel Bryan out of his match for the first half of it, even though we, the fans, have been waiting 3 years and we don't really need to wait anymore. But here's the thing. There are plenty of stuff you can go through and pick holes in and point at like we have. But I actually thought Mania was still a good show, and that kind of sums it up. The highs were so high, I think they brushed over the low lows. And again, that John Cena stuff, man, I am going to preach about that for a long time. It was the best wrestling journey I've been on in, well, maybe years, maybe even a decade. But I do think that these are talking issues, and they are issues that could have been dealt better, especially when we're talking about that damn kid. A childish champion, Nicholas. Nicholas is your tag team champion, the youngest ever WWE champion ever. And he beat Sheamus and Cesaro. I know he didn't do anything, still beat him. That's what the record books show. I genuinely feel like I'm on drugs every time I speak about it. What about when I talk to my friends? Simon, what happened in the Raw tag team match? Please don't make me tell you. Please, I don't want to. There was even a headline, it was either the Wrestling Observer or somewhere, and it literally said, Braun Strowman and some kid win the Raw tag team titles. Wasn't even a famous kid. Just some kid. But all that aside, I thought WrestleMania 34 was good. Could it have been better? Absolutely. Would have shrunking the time helped with that a lot? Yes, it would, but we didn't. It was 7 hours. You watched it, I watched it, we'll all watch it, we'll watch it next year, because that's what we do as wrestling fans. So sure, some bad booking threatened to ruin it, but I don't think it did ruin it, and I'm excited to see what's next on the table. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about WrestleMania 34 and maybe its potential bad booking. Like, share, and subscribe. Head over to whatculture.com and read articles like this, and follow What Culture on Twitter. What Culture WWE. My name is Simon from What Culture, and like I say, when I'm recording this, I haven't seen the Mania after Raw. Switch that, the Raw after Mania. Enjoy it. Please enjoy it. It's so much fun. The crowd does dumb stuff. Hopefully there'll be less beach balls, but just have fun. We don't have fun anymore. Let's have fun. Hashtag Kurt Hawkins. And also hashtag have fun. Hashtag I need to sleep. I've been up a long, long time.
So that was our video. Thank you for watching. Please do feel free to click on anything happening around my head, or something terrible might happen to this dog. Is that you too sweeting me, bro? Ugh. Disgusting. That's really bad.